It's the Buccaneers and the Titans, and it's all up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 7th-year man out of Cal, the top pick back in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly long night for the defense. Going to run for some big yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Goff now to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
A former volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Henry. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 1st down, it's gone. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Green here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mecole Hardman, 60 yards. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Now Goff on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Here's Hardman to return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. And meanwhile, for the Titans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season, so some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2
from the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. You know, during these preseason games or in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Taken in at the 22. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Setting to throw. Here's Trask.
Being chased out left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 3rd down, Trask. He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Back now comes Tampa Bay.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. lose yardage here.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Tua. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down.
Ready.
From the 41, Tua. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st and 10, Trask.
He's got it, complete, Mike Davis.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Inside give to Davis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Keep in mind, no overtime in the preseason. So without getting ahead of ourselves, we'll likely see a 2-point try should they get this in the end zone.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
Nick Westbrook-Akine.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. That's up and going. And we got a tie game here in the fourth. So all lead even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Okay, right? 10 cycles.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Tua. He's got Pickens complete. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
Back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Tagovailoa. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. It's just a preseason game, but this is for the win. And this one is right through. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defense